Okay, guys, so we have studied the past perfect before, right? We use the past perfect to put different events in the past in order. So we usually use the past perfect to talk about the past of the past. So we have a story here of a person telling us what happened when he had his wallet stolen last night. Let's read the story and let's see. So it says, someone stole my wallet last night. I was working out and I had put my stuff in my locker. When I came back, someone had stolen my wallet. I realized I had forgotten to lock the locker. But if I had stayed at home, my wallet would be here. If I had locked the locker, they wouldn't have stolen it. And if I had been more careful, I wouldn't have lost it. Can we really change the past? So this person is thinking about this unfortunate event about the wallet, and he's thinking what could be different if he had stayed at home. He knows that the wallet would be there, right? If he had locked the locker, they wouldn't have stolen it. And if he had been more careful, he wouldn't have lost it. But of course, he didn't do any of that, and now he doesn't have his wallet. Now, we're using here conditional sentences, right? And we call those conditional sentences the third conditional. Let's remember that a conditional sentence is a complex and coordinated sentence that has a cause sentence and a result sentence. Both parts of the sentence depend on each other, and they, of course, affect each other. You can see the cause part, and you can also see the result sentence here. If I had studied, I would have passed the test. Check how we create those types of sentences. It is a conditional sentence, so most of the time we start with if to indicate the condition, and then we use the past perfect there. If I had studied, remember that the past perfect is created with had and then a participle form of the verb. And then in the result sentence, we use would, and we also use have plus a participle form to talk about the imaginary result in the past. Now, the third conditional is used to talk about situations in the past that we want to be different, that we would like to be different. And we can also use it to express regrets or things we want to change in the past, but of course, we can't now. So, similar in the story, the person probably is not very happy with the situation of the wallet being stolen, right? And he's thinking about what would be different in the past, how the past could be different if he had stayed home, if he had locked the locker, if he had been more careful, right? But of course, he wasn't. So we use the third conditional to talk about unreal situations in the past. And as any conditional, we have a condition, of course, and we also have a result. And we know how we create in terms of grammar or the different parts of the sentence for the condition, right? With if and then past perfect. And then in the result, we would and have and then a participle form. But we can also change the order of the clauses. We can start with the result or consequence. And we can say, I would have passed the test if I had studied. Or we can just say, if I had studied, condition, I would have passed the test. So remember that conditional sentences give us the opportunity to change the position of the different parts. Remember that we can also use other models depending on what we want to express or the level of certainty that we're talking about. So if I hadn't put my wallet in the locker, they might have not stolen it. Remember that might indicates possibility, right? And it's less possibility than would, right? So we're at a 50-50 situation. If I had put my wallet in the locker, if I hadn't put my wallet in the locker, they might have not stolen it. If you had said you were sick, I could have called a doctor, right? So remember that would can be changed for other models. You can use might, you can use could, depending on what you want to express. And that's it. That's how we use the third conditional.